Well, Jim, that's an interesting question because I started back when my family traveled to Colorado. And just as my character in the Hopefield series does, I fell in love with the Rocky Mountains. And then subsequently, I fell in love with all the Western aspects and so forth. I've always been exposed to cowboys. I mean, I was raised with Roy Rogers and Gene Autry and all of the early cowboy type features that were provided on TV. And it just sunk in and it just really hit me. I've also had a tremendous love of horses. Always wanted to have one, but they're A, expensive, and B, take up room. So I don't have a horse. I have never had a horse, which is too bad. So I write about them. But the Western mystique, especially that occurred after the Civil War, when the tremendous push westward was going on, just intrigues me. And I think that it took extraordinarily brave people to uproot themselves from where they were and whom they knew, and their families in many cases, and travel to an unknown location to try to establish life out in a country they knew nothing about. So the challenges were great. I think the people should be admired. I personally don't have any in my background, but I think that they just really created a whole different persona when they got out west of, say, Kansas, in just what they had to cope with and how they had to do it.
So I'm guessing that you read lots of Westerns, and how did you decide that you wanted to write something different, or what distinguishes your Westerns from the other classically written Westerns?
Well, I think that I think one of the things that is different is that Louis L'Amour and Zane Grey and most of the other writers wrote single volumes with a story, and mine involves following a character across multiple volumes of work. He just came into my brain while I was writing a book, and then I had to go back and find out how he reached the person he was, as presented in the book that turned out to be number 4 in the series. So I think that for me, what's different is it is a true character development, and watching a young man mature, go through tremendous changes and challenges, and then ultimately find himself and turn toward more positive actions and really become a force in the books.
Okay, so it's really the study of a man who happens to live in the Old West.
Yes, yes, and he travels throughout. I mean, I tried to figure out when he was born, and I finally decided that he was born probably in 1842, because he's about 21 when he's in just after the war. Maybe my math is off a bit, and then he goes on, and when he passes, it's roughly 1910. So he has a full life. He goes through a tremendous amount. But yes, I think that this is a character study. And one of the things, Jim, that really surprised me about this character and the books was the development of faith, because initially when we are introduced to him, he has no real faith in God. And by the end of the series, he fully appreciates God. he listens to God. He prays to God. He is a religious man in his own very quiet way. And subsequently, that leads to the activities in two of the books that have him coming back from the dead. And I'm going to leave that open because I don't want to say anything more about it.